comic books.
Los comic buculucus.
To look at. We are excited to jump in, though. We're going to let it warm up just a little bit here, you guys. Tom, minute to win it.
Minute to win it, guys. Here's where we're at. We haven't been on doing a comic book look for about 3 weeks. Sorry, that's mostly me. I think John bailed 1 week, and then I did like 2 or 3 in a row. Whoopsie. So my bad.
How are we gonna play hooky to our own show? Like,
so that'll happen sometimes. Don't you guys worry. I haven't been not reading comics. I'll tell you that much. I think I only have 5 or 6 comics in my backlog, which is the smallest my backlog has been in 6 or 7 months. So I am ready. I'm reading most of my books on Wednesday when they come out. I didn't read today because I was finishing up another book, which I must have left upstairs, else I'd show you guys. But it was a good one. And then also, minute to win it, we got the new Pokemon game. So Linus started that, and I kind of watched him start playing the new Pokemon game on Switch, and it looks pretty sweet. Open world. I might have to
deity.
I might, after we get off of here, just go start my own game.
Start your own adventure.
Mm-hmm.
Are you a grass type, fire type, water type?
Well, see, right off the bat, I will choose grass type because it's the weakest. It's considered, the hardest to be. If you get fire type, it's usually the easiest. But preferably, my type, my man, psychic. I mean, get out of here. Alakazam. I mean, or I also like ghost type, big ghost type guy, dark type. You know what I'm saying, bro?
Yeah.
What about you? What are you? What's your starter and what's your full type?
Yeah, my starter is usually gonna be. I usually go plant type. Actually, I just feel like that's a good middle ground, and it makes the water gym that's always stupidly at the beginning super easy.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, and you can't seem to get a decent plant type at all. Like, it's always Weedles and the bug stupid stuff. Whatever.
Totally. I mean, like you after getting Bulbasaur in that first one, when's the next good plant type? I don't even know. Maybe the
Ivysaur.
Yeah. What's the one that kind of looks like a palm tree? That's probably the next good plant.
Oh, Executor.
Yeah.
Yeah. That thing is legendary. It is the best palm tree. Well. Maybe we should open the show.
No, I need to know what is that your type for sure? Your grass all the way through, or do you switch?
No.
When you can do dragon, steel.
So this is really dumb. I have this trend of, as I play through the game, the starter usually stays with me. And so like the Venusaur goes with me all the way to the end.
Oh, yeah.
I usually gave it like a stupid nickname, like Brute Root, no, from the Pokemon movie. When that Venusaur got schooled by the clone, which was amazing.
Oh, yeah.
Or no, it got schooled by Mewtwo, I think. Yeah.
I don't remember.
But my ultimate favorite is gonna be Gengar. That's my boy. And I got Snorlax hanging out here. I found this. This is a little like Burger King toy or something. I was at my parents' house in St. Louis, and I found this in a Rubbermaid. And then I also have to give a shout out to my friend Valerie. She just gave me this glow in the dark Snorlax. Which is dope. So I love me some Snorlax. So
God, yeah. Snorlax is the man, dude.
Man with a plan.
My kind of Pokemon. Now let's start it off, John. We're not
all right, Pokemon look. Hey everybody, it's your boy John on Demand, aka Johnny5 if you're at the store. We are rocking out tonight with co-CEO Tom Devine, aka Thomas of House Divine, because I said I would drop that tonight. And we are a comic book look, you guys. So just kind of talking about the reads that we picked up today, February 23rd. Yes, I had to look at the bottom of my computer screen to give you that date. But it's a nice stack today. The wall was pumped, just pumped full of good stuff. It was hopping. And I'm excited to chop it up. So,
dude, you're not kidding about that wall. I mean, it was packed. So, like, every once in a while, I'll get some books in my stack that I didn't ask for, but thank you for the recommendations. Some of them I keep, some of them I dislodge. And I was like, you know what? I got enough. I'm going to throw the key. I'm not going to take these 3 books here. And so I was like, oh, light week, only got a few. March on down to the new comic book wall, with my homie Johnny. And then I start going through and it's like, boop, 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 And then I have a huge stack. John's like, well, Ghost Rider #1 came out today. It's been a huge thing. I'm like, God damn it. Maybe I should pick that up too. Inside my head, I say, do not pick that up. Whoa. You are not a Marvel junkie. You are not going to take this. You're going to instead pick up one of those indie books that you were going to put down. And that's exactly what I did. So we'll check out all of those.
Okay. I think we're going to be completely different this time around.
Good.
Yeah.
So how about you? You got some good books?
Man. I looked at Ghost Rider. I'm like, I'm not getting it. No way.
Yeah, right. If I almost got it, that means you got more than one copy.
Oh my goodness. Oh, hey there. Comic book lookers assemble, says Bill. Our comment's doing that thing again where it's like cutting off. So Bill, I see the whole thing. Comic book lookers assemble. Because I always greet them with comic book bears assemble. So Bill's checkmating me there. Oh, it's awesome. Bill, good to see you, man.
Yeah, what's up?
Well, geez, man, I don't even know where to begin here. I might let you take the wheel.
Yeah,
first.
It's good. It's a good wheel to take, you guys, because I'll tell you what, man. There is a book that came out that I'm going to talk about. Everybody knows what I'm going to talk about. We waited years and years and years, but it's back. It's back, guys. And it's on a rampage. I didn't have to wait very long. I think I waited 4 weeks. So it was like clockwork, only 4 weeks in between Saga issues, okay? I hope they got like 10 or 12 in the bank right now that we're going to have like a year of Saga just coming in. So I'm starting it off. It's New Comic Book Day. We got new comics, and I'll tell you what, the first one I want to talk about is Saga. I haven't read it yet, but let's think. We're looking at the cover here. We see a little Prince Robot with our Prince Robot the Fourth with Prince Robot the Fourth's kid, who is now Hazel's brother, and Prince Robot the Fourth is dead, and he's, everything's going crazy, and we're a bunch of ways in the future, and it's a whole new storyline.
Whoa. If you gave it a beer rating, what would it be?
I haven't read it yet, but 1,000 beers out of 6.
Okay, that's completely fair.
Mm-hmm.
My first read is from Aftershock. So this is the Heathens issue #4. I still have yet to read issue #3. I did get a copy of it, thankfully. One thing that I have noticed with our ordering is that we're not getting like as many extra. And so if it's not on your pull list, it's a little tough to get. So for those that are watching that have pull lists at the shop, rock those, call us, let us know that you want this, because I would hate for you to miss out on an issue. And then for those that do shop at Rainbow and don't have a pull, it's super easy to do. I really, really like this. This was a Sergeant America recommendation, but it's a group of bad people that are killing other bad people, kind of. Basically. And they're led by a pirate, and then there's like Billy the Kid. And so it's just miscellaneous group of people. I have loved issues 1 and 2. The artwork is sick. The story is fun. And the characters, when I get to know the characters, that's what I really look for in a book. And I love me some anti-heroes. So this one is definitely right up my alley. So I'm so excited to get through this.
Nice. And you read the first 2 issues. You liked it as well?
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, Sarge reads good books. Simple as that. He's a comic book looker. He knows
most of the time. I'm just kidding.
Oh, all right. Let's do a little Keanu. Berserker. It's still going. I'm still loving it. I mean, you have to like this thing. I mean, it's just straight this endless berserker killer of rage who can't die. And it's like Wolverine, except he's goes into berserker mode, and instead of living for like a few hundred years, he's a few thousand years. And yeah, man. Keanu's writing it, and he's starring in himself in the book. But the thing about it is Matt Kent is still writing on it. And so if Matt Kent writes it, I read it. Simple as that, dude. He's my favorite writer. I say that about a lot of writers. I got like 5 favorite writers. He's definitely one of them. So
that's awesome.
Yeah.
Also, I saw Sergeant just liked our post in the comic book look. So Sergeant America, it's not that you don't have good taste in books, it's that I'm trying to deflate.
Yeah, and Sarge, no, if John's now trying to build you back up, I'll put you back down. Your taste sucks, dude. You're terrible. Learn to pick some books.
Oh, we love you. We love you.
You know what, Sarge? Actually, I'll I'll contact my contact at Rainbow and have him just move my pull list. Whatever I'm pulling, I'll just put it into yours, and then that can be your books. We'll get rid of whatever you're reading.
That would be kind of funny to put like the books that he absolutely hates on his pull list and just have them in there. That would be actually kind of funny.
He buys it because he thinks he has to. Did I ask for this?
Like, whoa, what is this? We thought you would like it. Up next, completely another indie offering for me. We have Strange Academy issue 16 from Marvel.
Nice.
This series continues to delight you guys. It is so fun. They just premiered a character a couple issues ago called like Gaslight, and it's just a creepy.
Is Gaslight on the cover?
No. So this is two of the students.
That's little
everyone else peeking out from behind.
Skeleton Man,
but
Ghost Rider.
Oh no, that's oh god, what's his name? Dormammu's kid.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. And so it's really just it's a fun story, and I feel like with this series, with how long it's been coming out, that I need to like go back and like reread the whole thing to really soak it in, because when you wait a month between installments, that sucks.
Oh yeah,
compared to the shows we watch, and the Spider-Man fans get their book every single week, which would really suck for collecting space, but it's also cool for them, I guess. So I don't know. I feel like once this concludes, I just want to go back and reread the whole thing.
Yeah, I feel you, man. I mean, that's the thing with us comic book readers, right? Especially if we're carrying as many books as me and you do. It's like, okay, I remember what part. I better take a little thing. I've been like giving myself little notes, like in this book, remember this, this, and this. So then when I go to the next issue, I can like read that note and be like, oh, now I'm caught up, you know? All right. I said one of my favorite writers is Matt Kent. Well, one of my favorite artists, there's only another top 5 artists as well for me. James Stokoe, Orphan and the Five Beasts. I love this book so much. It's my favorite. It doesn't come out very often. It takes this dude a long time to write, ink, draw, ink, color this book, and he does it all himself in these extremely detailed, awesome kung fu style panels. But yeah, it's so much fun. I can't wait to read this. I haven't read this one yet, but yeah, we're on issue number 4. So yeah, each one's better than the next.
That's awesome. From Marvel, I went ahead, and it's because of issue 2 that I'm rocking with this. I haven't gotten any other volumes of this character, but I am going to try Silk number 1.
Nice.
And I got it because number 2, Luna Snow, is up in the cut from they were teammates on the New Agents of Atlas and Atlantis Attacks, a continuation kind of book. Very excited about that. I will say that based on what we see for like orders that come in and requests from customers, that the characters from the New Agents of Atlas are actually starting to pop a little bit in terms of popularity. So your Luna Snow, White Fox is another one. Some of the, even if they're just on a cover that has nothing to do with the story, people are like, oh my gosh, I need one. And so it's so funny. And I'm like, I was on it. I have all that stuff. So it just feels good. Yeah, and I feel validated that I got something that was cool. So,
yeah, you were on the ground floor. And that's, I have never read Silk at all, but I love, I've been a part of that thing where, something is exciting on a obscure book, it kind of stops or breaks up, and you're like, what is going to happen with those characters? And then, when you see them in other books, you're like, I have to buy this. I have to check this out. I have to do this, but yeah, so that's really, I understand why these people are picking this shit up.
Yeah, I was excited. So
yeah. Woo. All right. Next up, I got Bolero. This is first of all, a couple things. I love this book. I love the first issue. This is only issue number 2. At least it better be, because I didn't get issue up. Yeah, it's issue number 2. But prestige format. Thank you very much. Brandon Graham, one of my favorite artists, did the variant cover for the first one. I think he did one for this one, he didn't do one for this one, but he has another one coming up that I'm definitely going to try to get. But totally awesome book. So it's slow paced, like almost romance tale. I wouldn't say romance, but like coming of age story that has to do with sci-fi and outer space, but it's much more relationship emotion based. I really loved it. I thought it was really great. It's good to see Image, doing these other kind of books that aren't relying on, hey, I thought this was going to be just like all their other space books. It's nothing like any of them. It's nice to see that change. It's like now, Image, you just have to do this without putting them in space. Just give us a regular book with great characters and great things without the gimmick that it needs to be. Remember, comic books can be anything, people. We don't have to always have superpowers.
Man, well, speaking of being in space and superpowers, my next book is neither of those things. Silver Surfer Rebirth, issue number 2. Good segue. Am I awkward or what? The first issue of this was a good time.
Who's doing that? Who's writing this?
So creative team on this is Ron Mars.
Oh, Ron Mars coming
ding,
to
ding.
Ding,
Ron
ding.
Lim is the penciler.
So yeah, I don't know him, but that's
and Ron Lim, if I recall, did a lot of work for X-Men 2099.
Gotcha.
I think.
Nice, John. What do you
now? I need to.
That is so cool, though. That it is Ron Mars. You're picking it up. You can definitely get it signed at SuperCon and talk to the creator about his book that he's coming out right now.
He did.
Yes. And he did all the 2099s because John is a absolute encyclopedia of friggin' comic book knowledge, baby.
I'm not. I actually learned it from Tom being on the show. I met him at one of the conventions and had a chance to get X-Men 2099 signed. So that was pretty cool.
So John's even met this dude. Yeah, that's sick, bro. I mean, and it's cool that I want Silver Surfer books are sweet, especially ones that have weird covers that look like they're from the 90s.
It's funny though. I was talking about this at work, but characters that are more subtle, like a Silver Surfer, a Ghost Rider, some of these Agents of Atlas, Swordmaster, just all these little one-off tales. You don't see a lot of those come back in private collections when we buy them at the store, which is interesting, and so that makes me go that way even more. So the next book I have coming up is another one that's maybe a little more subtle. And not like Avengers or X-Men, but it's her own book. So I kind of am interested in that because I just don't see a lot of the good stuff coming back, and I see just Avengers or X-Men or Batman or whatever. So it's interesting.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what is the most common thing that you guys are seing
that comes back?
Yeah, that comes into collections.
Oh man, don't tell Mark Shelton this, but Valiant. For sure. Malibu.
Yeah.
Gen 13.
All the 90s. All the
X-Men for days. Spider-Man. Avengers. The Flash. Justice League. Green Lantern. Yeah. So it's usually those, and then like a ton of like Red Sonja or Vampirella or whatever,
that kind of
stuff.
Do you get comics from like the 2000s and 2010s, or are these all 80s, 90s, and earlier?
So a lot of the stuff that we see is like the earlier stuff. So sometimes we'll get newer stuff in, but it's not nearly as common.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense. That's so interesting. All right. Anyway, is it your book or my book?
Your book.
All right. I got Department of Truth.
Love that cover.
This book is what are we on now? Issue 16. I'm on issue 9. That's a big problem, guys. Okay, I just said I only got like 5 issues in my backlog. They're all Department of Truths, and so it's just like I am ready to just burn this all the way through. I do like the book, so it's like I just need to read it.
Are you saying that that's all you have to be current?
Yeah.
Forgive my mess.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I'm telling you, like, John, I've read, like, in the last month, I've read probably, I don't know, 200 issues of comics.
Oh my gosh.
I've just been crushing.
I need to get on that train, dude, for real. There's sometimes I can do it, but I've been traveling a lot lately. So when I'm not at work, I'm on the road.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. And that'll wipe you out. Even if you're traveling, it really will wipe you out because it's a few days to prepare. You're thinking about it. You can't get it. And then when you're there, you're in a new setting. It's hard to read. And then when you get back, you kind of like need a few days to settle. Dude, I know all about that. And that's why my backlog was so full. So I feel you, bro. I feel you. Take your time.
Up.
Okay.
I'm catching up. Yeah. Well, speaking of amazing books, up next, this is what I was alluding to. I'm rocking with Miss Marvel Beyond the Limit. So I talked about this on the stream today that we do at the store. Miss Marvel has the upcoming Disney Plus show. For those that are interested in trying out a book, this is, again, 3 issues in. Get familiar with the character. And SuperCon tie-in, the male lead role opposite of Kamala Khan, which is Miss Marvel, is going to be at SuperCon, which is super awesome. So Matt Kent also, I believe, is his name.
Yeah. I can't remember, but that's a big get for us.
Yeah, so that's huge and very exciting. So definitely get familiar, you guys. This is my first Kamala Khan series that I've collected. I believe I have the original issue number 1 that I just wanted to try out. At the time, I was collecting so much that I think I fell off of it. I regret that. I wish I would have stuck with it because she is just such a rich character. And so I'm just really looking forward to learning more and get my education.
And it's cool to see Marvel pushing forward, right? Let's not stay stagnant. It's awesome, man. I love it. Yeah. All right. Next up is Getting Dizzy. Shea Fontana. This is like a kid's book, but my daughter reads it. So I always pick it up. I haven't read any of them. This will go right over to little Gwenny.
That's awesome. Speaking of kids' books, from Marvel Comics, I got Carnage Forever, number 1. I think this is actually a one-shot because it advertises for Carnage number 1 again in April. So that's the thing.
Fucking Marvel, dude. Marvel is unbelievable. They will seriously, they're like the kind of person, they see you when you walk in their door. You walk into the Marvel house, they have a big smile for you. Come here, Marvel. I'm Marvel. They give you a big hug, and then as soon as you hug them, that you didn't realize they had a knife the whole time, and they're stabbing you in your back.
And your back is like a bag of gold coins, and it starts falling out.
Falling out, yeah.
Oh my gosh.
In your wallet and taking.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, I'm excited.
2 number 1 Carnages. Get the fuck out of here. Let's read some real books. Look at this art. Speaking of kids' book, I mean, how is this?
That's pretty awesome.
It just speaks to you. I mean, I didn't know what this was. I was like, oh, that looks weird. I like the coloring. The coloring kind of reminds me of our boy Mark Wagner. He loves using yellow and pink. And then I just took one opening and I saw like art like this, and I was like, oh my god, yeah, dude. I don't care. I'm in. I'm totally in. It's so silly. It's this overly detailed cartoonist indie vibe. We got a piece of pizza there. We're silly. We're using bright colors. I love everything about this, and I haven't read it yet. So who knows what the story is going to be, but it caught my eye, so I'm picking it up. It's King Ghidorah. King Ghidorah.
That's cool. All right. Let's see here. Devil's Reign tie-in. From Marvel, we have Villains for Hire number 2, which is Wilson Fisk's Thunderbolts team.
Oh, that's it. Here we go.
So issue 1 had that classic, we don't get along, we hate each other, and I was loving it. Yes. It's like a big piece of chocolate cake, and I'm a fat kid. I was so happy.
Yeah.
Highly, highly, highly recommend this. It has exactly that charm. I don't know, maybe it's whenever there's an event with the word rain in it that they get it right. Because the last time Marvel got an event right was Dark Reign. Facts.
So whatever. I love though that I'm glad to see the holding strong, bro. That makes me happy. And Fisk is so a great leader.
So funny. Yeah, I'm excited to read that one.
Yeah, that looks cool. All right, I got Heavy Metal Drummer. Like a weird shaped book. Like here's like the normal shape of a comic. Here's Heavy Metal Drummer. See how it's shorter?
That's cool.
Yeah, but it still looked weird. From Behemoth, they can be hit or miss, but they do a bunch of cool stuff, and they have worked with a bunch of different musicians and things like that. But I opened it up, the same kind of art like our last book I just showed. It's like I like that style of cartooning. Excuse me. So yeah, stoked to check it out. Never heard of it.
Yeah. I don't know if you got this one or not. I'm going out on a limb. I'm trying this. I went with the B cover, but from Image Comics, Step by Bloody Step. I am definitely curious. Oh, you went with A, of course. Of course, we didn't get the same cover. Tradition. No, this will be a quick read because there's no words, so it's really just a look and observe and listen.
There's no words in the whole book.
There's no words in the whole book.
Oh, it's a silent issue.
It's a silent issue.
Cy Spear is rocking out the silent issue.
I thought that was kind of awesome, though. So we will definitely be flying through that one. But I'm excited to check it out. I heard that it's gonna be really good. So.
Oh yeah, I mean, new #1 Cy Spear. I was in. I was like, I don't know if this is pulling me. Step by Bloody Step. Don't like that title. And then I looked in the opened it up and looked at the art, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna get this book. It looks fucking awesome. So yeah, I'm glad you grabbed it as well. All right, my last book is Rockets and Rockstar and Soft Boy. Dude, Cena Grace is my, one of my favorite writers. Like I just said again. As you guys know, I got a lot of favorites. But Cena Grace, everything he writes is so fucking charming. I just talked earlier that I want to have a image book that is about a relationship and emotions and love that doesn't have some superhero or sci-fi angle. And I'm hoping that's what I'm getting here. It looks like we're going to have these dudes' relationship, looks like we got some sort of slob. They have to probably live together. He's trying to clean. He's probably been out partying. We're going to see what's in between. And Cena Grace lives this, always loves writing about like California, single, gay life. And I love it. I absolutely love it. Cena Grace, he's writing and drawing this too, which is always
awesome.
And then he always writes like fun stuff in the back. So like, look at all this back material. He is filling the back material. So then you get a picture of him. He's talking about everything, giving you all of the rundown. There's probably, him and whoever this is about and, all the background for it. I don't know. He always just wraps you into these worlds. So yeah, I'm a big fan. And
That's awesome. I'll have to check that one out. Amanda was talking about that one too at the store, and she was getting it. So I'm like, if there's a copy, I'll scoop it up. All right, I got a couple more here. I'll fly through them really quick. From Marvel Comics, X Deaths of Wolverine, issue #3. I went with the variant cover because I like me some Phalanx Matrix Wolverine. We'll see if it's any good or not. I've only read issue 1 of each, so TBD when I get caught up on that. From Source Point Press, which is all Garrett Gunn's fault for me diving headfirst into this label, we have Cover of Darkness, issue #2. I have loved everything from Source Point that I've read so far. So I have issue #1, and it had like various monsters pictured on it. And so I was like, I'm just curious to see what it all means and looks like. And I'm excited to jump in and just rock it.
Hell yeah.
Power Rangers Universe, issue #3. Issue 1 was kind of a tanker for me. Issue 2 redeemed it. And so I'm giving it the third try here. We'll see how it goes. Phoenix Song Echo. So issue #5. I had a chance to, I believe I was talking to like Gabe Nightshield at the comic book wall. And I just told him like, I love this book because Echo, you got to meet in Hawkeye. And we kind of came to an agreement that we both were like, we don't really need the Phoenix Force to enjoy this character. I would rather get to know Echo through a solo series.
Sure.
So I think that the Phoenix Force angle is kind of dumb. And I wish it wasn't there because I just think she's such an interesting character and I want to learn more about her. Yeah. So that's my opinion.
Bummer.
This one is actually for Ken, but
Ooh.
Joe Hill, so Stephen King adjacent, Refrigerator Full of Heads, issue 4. I don't know if he has all of them or not, but this one just came out today, so he definitely did not have that. And for my naughty purchase of the day,
what are we gonna get?
Ghost Rider. #1 with A cover, with Gwen Stacy, Emma Frost cover, with Peach Momoko cover, with this cover with all the Ghost Riders on it, which was amazing. Finally, with Scotty Young cover, which I absolutely love. And shout out to Nathan because he had an extra copy and he was like, "Yeah, you can have my copy." I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you!" So because I totally missed out on it, so I was really excited about that.
That's good, bro. I'm glad you got all those same copies.
It is so dumb that I did that. It's really dumb. But that's where we're at. So.
Yeah, a man's got to do what a man's got to do, John. And sometimes you just got to own 45 copies of the same Ghost Rider #1.
Dude, it was only 5. Come on.
No, okay. I'm just kidding.
This is so stupid. But that Peach Momoko I thought was gorgeous.
I agree. And you know what? The funny thing is like it is silly, but then every cover you pull up, it's like, oh, that looks really cool. Oh, man, you know what? That one looks pretty damn cool too. And no, you know what? That one is cool too. And you know, Peach does make awesome stuff. And it is Scotty Young. You know, so it's like, yeah, no, I get it.
It's like because my logic is Ghost Rider, we just don't hear from him a lot.
Yeah, no, exactly. And he's our 90s guy. You know, that's when we started watching the X-Men is when all of this, you know, huge Punisher and Ghost Rider were super big.
Oh, snap. Aaron writes, I'm glad I'm not the only one who went overboard on the Ghost Rider variance law. I got 3 of them. Facts.
Aaron.
Yeah.
Love it.
Thank you, Aaron. I feel very validated right now. That's awesome. Also, on the stream today at Rainbow, I did a thing. Ooh. I don't even play Magic, and I got a box bundle set because the cards are so freaking gorgeous. Like it's the Neon Dynasty, so it's all Far East and just Swaggerocious Rex, but beautiful artwork, Tom. And I was like, on the stream, I was like, oh, I'll just use this nice card as a coaster. I was just winging it, you know, and having fun with it. But yeah, it's been a time of reading a lot of stuff. I posted about this, but I'll share it on the video too, that I am entering the realm of Marvel Black Magic is what I'm calling it. Mm-hmm. And I have this short box from the 80s or 90s where it has the lid still on it. Like it's attached to it. Mm-hmm. And I'm filling that up with Rise of the Midnight Suns and Darkhold, the original volume, Night Stalkers, Blade, Morbius, Ghost Rider. And so that's why I'm really going ham on some of these characters like Ghost Rider. And I'm just, anything I get my hands on adjacent Midnight Suns, I'm in. Let's do it. So I'm building this up so I can just read it, enjoy the story, get my learn on, and then I'm going to go watch the Morbius movie in April. It's going to have nothing to do with it, and I will have done way more research than any other writers. I guarantee you.
Yeah, and hey man, I know all those stories. That was what I loved. Blade was my guy. When those Blade movies came out, that's kind of like when I was kind of getting into comics a little bit. And so I was like, oh, I'm just going to go back and get all the Blade comics. And so I did. I got the Mark Guggenheim Blade. Then I got, you know, the Gene Colan Blade. That was like the new Guggenheim's like the new Blade. Then I got like the old Blade with Gene Colan, and then, you know, got everything in between. And that's when I got on the 90s Midnight Suns, massive crossover between all those dark characters. And yeah, I got introduced to them all and saw them through. And, you know, the story's not nearly as cool as I thought it was, but, you know, they make it feel like it's going to be the coolest thing ever. And all of it.
I hope I like it, man.
Oh, you're going to like it for sure. And you have to read it. As a comic book historian, you need to read it in general because you just have to have that in your repertoire. It's so, you know, it's such a legendary time for Marvel. But yeah, I think once you read it, you're going to be like, yeah, I think you're going to have the same thing. You're going to be like, oh, I'm so glad I did read all this. It's so good. I love all these characters, but also like, yeah, okay. You know, like, I don't know if they stuck the landing, you know.
Yeah. No, we'll see how it treats me. I have a lot of issues to fill though. So when I travel, I go to other comic shops. And so I like checking to see what they have. It's kind of fun. You know, it's just,
and you have to tell me what you need as well, because I have a ton.
But
like I have a ton of dupes as well. And then I've been organizing those comics for SuperCon as well. And I seriously have like a shit ton.
Okay.
So yes.
Very good. Well, if you need help,
we'll take that offline.
Okay. That's awesome. Past that, no other news or anything on my side. Do you have anything?
No, I don't really got any other news either. Who knows I probably won't be here next week though, Johnny, or probably the next 2 weeks possibly.
Okay.
because I leave on the day after Wednesday. I leave on Thursday, so I might be able to pull it off next week.
No, yeah, no.
And then we
You're
leave on
fine.
Thursday for Florida or whatever with my family.
No.
I'm going to Disney on a Disney cruise with the old Tom Devine family.
Woo! That's awesome. Give me a souvenir too, like something Marvel or something. Yes. No worries at all. You guys, I might pop on. I might bring in a guest. I don't know. Keep the torch going. But I'm really going to be focusing on getting books read and getting caught up. As you can see behind me, it's a hot mess between wedding planning and comics everywhere. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, that's about it. We're going to wrap it up here.
Yeah, you heard that right, boys. Wedding planning, okay? John and Ken are locking it down.
It's going to be awesome. And I wonder who the officiant is.
I don't know, some asshole.
That's awesome. All right. Well, thank you, Tom. And thank you, everyone, for tuning in. Aaron, you're awesome. Bill, you're awesome. Thank you for leaving comments. I hope everyone's having an awesome week in comics, and we'll be back with you soon-ish. And I hopefully will pop on in the next week or so, talk some more books. But until next time, you guys know the drill. We're going to keep it comics for sure, man. See ya.